I state your name.
I, Dylan Davis Grace,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
and that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers
and the orders of the officers
appointed over me,
appointed over me,
according to regulations
according to regulations
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help.
All right.
that part always kind of gets me. As you can see, my gut is definitely hanging out. I gotta do a few more sit-ups, I guess. But hey, what's going on, folks? And yes, that is my swearing in. I did it last Friday. I have sworn in yet again as a United States Army soldier. I am in the Army Reserves, and well, I have a 6-year contract, and I am dedicated to my military service. So, I would, like to all of you to see that. I was gonna play it at brunch, but then again, I just decided to do this. I figured it'd be fun. Do this stream rather, and I figured it'd be fun. And this young man next to me, I don't remember his name, but he is going into the Marine Corps, and I wish him the best of luck. He and I were the last two to get sworn in at the end of the day. Been there since like 5:30 in the morning, and this was at about 3:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, everybody wish this young man luck in the Marine Corps. Hope he does well. Hope he goes far. And well, hey, I'm just glad, I got to be sworn in. It was 14 months. 14 months. A little bit, shave a little bit off the top, but at the same time, 14 months it took me to actually swear back in as a United States Army soldier, and I am more than happy to do it. I would have done it, at the drop of a hat, had shit popped off. Like I've said a million times before, we are in World War III, and had they said, hey, we need soldiers, I'd have been right fucking there, and it didn't matter what the MOS was, whether it was public affairs, if I had to, retrain as a mortarman or artillery, or simply just be, typing up letters, like in Saving Private Ryan, saying, hey, this individual is deceased now. That would have been my job. I would be more than happy to be in uniform. I think it's a good thing for me, and yeah, that's Cleveland Maps. You can go ahead and look at it. It'll be fun. But hey, that's that. And let me say what's up to the chat real quick before we get started. I got a lot more. I got a lot of stuff from. Oop, that's not supposed to be there. That's whatever. Nobody's gonna see anything. So I got a lot more Dapperton than anything, because that's kind of what I want to focus on tonight is Dapperton, because that guy really fucking got my goat. So we're gonna focus on some Dapperton. We're gonna talk about some stuff. As far as like the war in Gaza, we're gonna talk about that a little bit right after I get over going through the chat. And then I do have some stuff for you guys. So if you actually want to help me celebrate a Veterans Day, $10 per shot. I'm not cheap. So I have 4 shots. If you give me $40, I'm not going to do 4 shots straight up. So $10 or more per donation. I'll do 1 shot, and then I have the 4 shots, but I want to actually be coherent for Underhaven later. So let me see what's up with the chat, and then we will get right into it. Actually, let me do one thing real quick, and then out. Okay, perfect. We can get.
What is the no?
Shut up, Dapperton. Anyway, so real quick, what's going on? Seth? Thank you. Yes, you are here for the crack. I know you need your crack. Mango Jones, always a pleasure to have you. She basically runs my channel. J Mag, hey y'all, hey you, how are you doing? J Troy Doe, I am great. I love the little fishy thing that you put in there. There we go. That'll scroll it if you click on the actual kajigger. Let's see. Echovin, yeah, I saw you in Dave's chat, and you're trying to antagonize me. That's fine. You're not worth my time. A couple of guys supporting the military-industrial complex. Not cool. Hey, yeah, you're not gonna get to me. You're an idiot. You have no idea what you're talking about. Griffin Doggo, you're quite quiet. I'm quite quiet. Ooh, I am quite quiet. Hold on, let me turn that shit up. Pump up the jams. Pump it up. I don't know why it's so quiet. Is it staticky? Somebody tell me. Please tell me it's not staticky. Spooky bed hair. Turn your mic up. Thank you. I'm working on it. Let me see. Let me see the back side of this. No, that's definitely not better. That's a little bit better. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It was working fine earlier. But hey, that just means I have to project my voice. I gotta fucking start yelling. Ah! No static, I was just low. Oh, thank God. I totally forgot about the static. So, yeah, I'll just talk really loud. Speak up, boy! Underhaven, thank you for being here. Everybody check out Underhaven later tonight. Your mic is low, damn it. Don't tell me how to live my life. I saw Mango. I just thought I'd join in. Mango is a peach. Everybody, peaches in the chat for Mango. And Echovin, dude, you're like, the only thing I really have to say to you is you suck. God, you suck. Like, you're a Dave fan. Oh my God, how much? Honestly, you're like, so I had this little alarm clock behind me, this tiny little thing. So it's just like you. It's, you know, only right twice a day. And fun fact, it's I don't know if I can get my camera to focus on this, but it's, yeah, we can't. Well, it's powered by an N cell. So if you have my clock. If you have anything else to say, I just don't give a shit. Anyway, let's get into our boy. So last time I streamed, I went over Dapperton, and this dude got my fucking goat. Now, from what I've heard from Underhaven and everything, Dapperton is a really nice guy. Like, he's a good person. His political takes just, you know, leave something to be desired, as you can probably see from the everything in front of me. So I'm just wondering what he has to say. I haven't read I haven't read any of these videos. Obviously, I haven't seen any of these videos yet. So we're just gonna kind of tear them down, and I absolutely 100% invite Dapperton to come talk to me. I'm a very callous person. I will challenge you on anything and everything, but when you want to actually approach me, I'm a very approachable person. We can talk, we can bullshit, and I'll give the same offer that I gave to Dave. Also, I almost forgot. Thank you to all of the lurkers that are out there. I appreciate you. Everybody that's watching afterwards, always appreciated. And one quick thing before we begin this. Hold on, don't let my ADHD brain go too far off. I'm gonna give Dapperton the same offer that I gave Dave, and I'll give to everybody else. We can talk politics for 90 minutes and then just watch some stupid videos, something that we can both relate to as just, oh my god, that's dumb. That's kind of what brunch is about. It's just like, oh my god, that is dumb. And if you haven't checked out brunch, check out brunch tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, and if you want it to be more fun, make me hungover, because I have 4 shots, $10 per shot. It's Veterans Day, and this is one of the few days out of the year, and by few I mean the bare minimum of few as like 3, where I just get to be selfish and I get to reflect. I called a couple of my buddies, one of my soldiers from Korea, who is Palestinian, just to check up on him and make sure his family's doing good. And my best buddy Timmy, we had great conversations, and it was actually pretty fucking awesome. So you guys want to help out a veteran on Veterans Day, and also for $100 I'll eat some sardines. Sardines are still here. They're still here. Make me eat them. Oops. I'll eat them with my multi-tool for 110. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Whatever. So, all that good and gravy going on. I just really want to very quickly, for the next like 30 seconds, if you guys need to step away, if you want to, go grab a glass of water, take off your headphones or anything, I really want to just give a quick moment of silence for all veterans and all of those suffering through war. Just a moment of silence to give them the respect, because these people deserve the respect. They are people. Thank you. Echovin, I'm not playing in your game.
Number one reason why statists say that we can't get rid of government is because without government, who will repair and build the roads? That's them thinking for some reason that businesses won't build roads for customers to get to them. What, you think a business is going to freaking build a business and have no roads going to it? No, building roads to the business is the first thing that the business will pay for. Obviously, they have to have customers get to their business. People act like roads would never be built, when in fact, a society...
No, the problem is the business would build the roads and then increase their prices to take care of the road being built. The government takes that from taxes and builds the roads to help industry thrive, so that that industry can be taxed properly, and then those taxes can go back into the community to be able to help people. I had this conversation not too long ago, actually pretty long ago, with, would it be better to just have toll roads everywhere? Well, why the fuck not? Because I don't want to go down a side street and have to pay a toll every fucking 20 feet simply because somebody owns that road. That doesn't make any sense. That would be a hindrance upon industry and just the economy in general, and social life. If I want to go from A to B, why the fuck do I have to pay $30 fucking dollars. I don't want to have to do that. Okay, I'll just walk. Well, then you're making more and more industries suffer. Well, people are walking more. So we don't need cars. So we don't need roads. It's very logical. Very logical. It sounds terrible. Every road would be a toll road, even if this was possible. Yeah, thank you. It sounds awful. Exactly, LO. If you want all your roads to be operated as a profit, sure, man, privatize roads. That sounds completely terrible. It takes me an hour to get to work. Imagine if I had to spend an hour just going through toll roads. Just to get to the highway to go to fucking work. Like, what does that have on the regular American? The majority of neighborhoods are already privatized roads that don't have their repairs maintained by the city. It's up to HOAs. It's fucking awful. Yeah, and thank you, Mango. HOAs, homeowners associations, are the bane of my existence. I will never live in a place that has an HOA because they fucking suck. Because it's just a bunch of pricks that need a little bit of power that want to nickel and dime you for every little fucking thing. Oh, excuse me.
With zero to limited government, reliable roads would be the very first thing built. Not the last thing, and not built at all. No, the very first thing built. And they act...
Fun fact, the interstate highway system was actually built because they... correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was FDR. This is one of the Roosevelts. It was like, we need a mobile army, and he took the army and was just like, we need to make sure that these roads are absolutely available for the army to get everywhere. I'm not just saying the army, the military to get everywhere. And this is pre-World War II, so they didn't have, the air power that we have even in the current day, even back then. So it was reliant on a mobile army, and that's why, like, the interstate highway system is so integral to us, and it helped industry and our economy just completely boom, because we could take a truck from fucking New York all the way down to LA in just a couple days, instead of having to go along the fucking Oregon Trail and all kinds of shit, and just send them on a straight line. And it went over the Transcontinental Railroad, because railroads, fun fact, can only go on one lane. They can only go in one place, whereas you can take roads and have exits where, hey, I'm fucking tired, I'm gonna go to a motel, a motor hotel, and I can build up the economy of this small little area. Now, we can get into that all over the fucking place. Underhaven is the least bigoted person alive. Facts. I saw that. Also, don't engage him. Don't engage him. Or her, I think. Yeah, Echo Vin is just a troll. You guys can play with him in the chat, play with her in the chat, and I really don't give a shit.
Like, private companies can't build roads.
By the way, this is on Streamlabs, not StreamYard, so don't expect to be brought in. I'm not bringing anybody in. I can't.
As if politicians are out there creating the roads. No, it is private companies. Private companies already create roads. So to say that private companies can't create roads...
Private companies funded or subsidized by the U.S. government create the roads. Facts. So it's not just the government just doesn't just like dig up asphalt and like throw it down. They're like, okay, well, that's the government doing it. No, they contract company out, and then the company actually makes a profit, and they make the roads. It sucks because there's always construction. I live in Ohio. I grew up in Cleveland. I know a thing or two about fucking road construction. It's everywhere. It always happens. It'll never stop. And it fucking sucks, but at the same time, I also live in the country right now, and I would rather have them fucking smooth ass Cleveland roads. Give me those instead of just oh shit, that's a pothole. Fuck that. The government does a lot for us. Does the government do enough? Fuck no. Think we can agree on that. Should we leave it up to corporations? Absolutely not. Because you know what corporations are going to do? Everything for profit. Their only goal is to make money. So if they're not making money, and the road is the problem that they see is not making them the money, guess what's going to happen? You ain't going to get that fucking road. It doesn't matter if it's a main road that takes people from, A fuck to B fuck. It doesn't matter to them. However, space, it does matter to everybody else that needs to get from A fuck to B fuck. Genius. 54 seconds into this, and this guy is pissing me off.
Roads is retarded because they already do. And it's funny that you don't think private...
Chodes? That's not how you spell chodes, Mango. God. Chode construction. Is that what you have? Is that what you call it when you get an erection, Underhaven?
Companies could build a flat place, but you know damn well that they could feed the entire planet. You know that they could put these technologically advanced computers in tiny little phones. You know they could create the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know they could send a rocket into space and land it right back into its platform. But for some reason, you don't think it could build...
U.S. government did that way before. The returning rocket thing is not actually like a new concept. That was like in the 60s. They came up with that, and the main reason they didn't do it is because it would have taken a lot more man hours, been way more expensive for the technology at the time. Fun fact: basically all of the parts for like Saturn V rockets and everything are kind of lost because they all had to be specifically machined. And if you've ever gone and bought like brake discs, look at them. Those are machined. You have a machinist machining them to be a certain way. Now transfer that to a rocket. It's a little bit different. Now we have a lot more technology. We can actually do it a lot quicker. We can have robots do it. But it doesn't mean that any of us are going to fucking space. Fuck. I don't know why you're trying to, jump on Jeff Bezos. Motherfucker literally rode a dick into space while his workers are pissing in bottles and then getting in trouble for it.
Build a flat place. That is ridiculous. I would say the private sector would do a better job at building roads. If we were to fix all public roads today, it would cost $2 trillion. That's how lousy of a job government is doing making the roads. And that's the low estimate. Private sector would do a way better job of building the roads. What if I were to tell you to say that the private sector can't build...
Government hires the private sector to build the roads. Government hires the private sector to build the roads.
and repave roads is ridiculous. In fact, that they already do.
Domino's delivery drivers are experts at handling bad roads. But those roads shouldn't ruin your pizza when you carry out. So we're doing...
Facts. I would be so pissed. Then again, I wouldn't hit a pothole that size. Also, if this is your evidence, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Something about them, starting with this one. If your drive home is rough on pizza, tell us at pavingforpizza.com so we can fix roads across the country. Then carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
So private companies already build roads, right? It's not the politicians who are doing it. It's private companies. They already build...
No, it's not the politicians that are doing. The politicians write the bills, and then they allocate the funds, and then they hire the private companies that build the roads. And Domino's just took advantage of this for a marketing campaign. And you took a marketing campaign and said it's better for Domino's to build our roads when they can barely build a fucking pizza. I guarantee you, you fucking slap a Domino's pizza under that pothole and then put some asphalt over it. And then in 10 years, you take up that asphalt. You know what you're going to find? An edible Domino's pizza. Jesus Christ, man. Get your head out of whatever fucking ass it's in.
All the roads. Not only that, private companies like Domino's repair and repave these roads. So I don't want to hear that private companies can't build roads, because that's bullshit. They already do. Anyways, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to me.
I don't like this video. I will not subscribe to you. I would love to talk to you and, chew your ass out about how you're dumb and stupid and a moron. You dumb, stupid moron. Oh, man. Oh. All right. So, I guess what we'll get into next is, well, I kind of asked for this because I hit up Anna Haven and I was just like, hey, do you have any Dapperton content?
Do you remember when the election was
And they were like, yeah, sure. So, when is this from? Oh, this is 2 years old. So, I was wondering why... Dapperton. Mr. Dapperton. Dappy boy. Do me a motherfucking favor. Get your goddamn muzzle out of the fucking dirt. It's not a goddamn cane. Get your muzzle out of the fucking dirt. Right now. Please. I know this video is 2 years old. But get your fucking muzzle out of the dirt. With an M4 carbine. I looked at it for 2 seconds and I know what it is. It's an early model. It's got an adjustable buttstock. I know this. I've had one in my fucking hands. Doesn't even have the rails on it. Urchin Quay. This one is about destroying the First Amendment. Fuck, penis, cunt, sacrilegious, God doesn't exist, the devil is all God. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna throw out any slurs or anything like that, obviously, but that's because, fun fact, YouTube is not the government. They are a publicly traded private company, so they can actually take away my right to speak. The U.S. government cannot. While I am a United States Army soldier, we can get into that in a different time.
coming underway again and Trump had a big chance on winning, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Out of nowhere, Facebook, Twitter, and even Google started fact-checking right-wing sources as a coordinated effort, all at the same time, with clearly biased news articles, always supporting the government narrative that we should give up our freedom.
Hey, Echoven, tell me you know nothing about without telling me you know nothing.
For safety.
Fun fact.
It's almost as if the government is breaking the First Amendment. Well,
Hearts in the chat.
spoiler alert, they are. And they're telling these social media sites to fact check and say certain information is false when it isn't. Even going as far as the fact...
Shut up. Thank you, Hyun. They're typically pronounced like cyan. But Hyun. They repair roads as a tax write-off anyway. Yes. So they don't have to pay that money in taxes. So they can just do it. And typically it's cheaper to repair the road as opposed to paying the taxes. There you go. Thank you.
fact check memes and jokes. Why would they fact check things that are clearly jokes unless they were trying to suppress the right-wing movement from gaining popularity on the internet? This isn't about facts.
Ooh. I have an answer to that. There's a couple reasons. One, they're not suppressing you. You just don't know what a joke is. Two, it's a publicly traded private company and they don't give a shit and they can write their own rules basically regarding speech. It's just a platform. Here's an example. If you go to a public theater and you're like, hey, I want to put on a play. I want to put on this play. And they read through it and they're like, okay, cool. The only stipulation is we cannot have the color red anywhere. The color red is not allowed anywhere on our stage. That's fine. Like you can do whatever the hell you want. You know, your play is perfectly fine. And you show up for the night of play and everybody is dressed in red and they kick you out. You're not being like abridged of your freedom of speech. It just means that the owners told you that no, you can't have the color red and you trespassed essentially. And on top of that, number 3, there is no such thing as like right-wing comedy. It's just making fun of people that you don't see as like on your level, that are inferior to you. So like there's no right-wing comedy, just saying.
This is about changing the culture and stopping counterculture.
That's why when Dave says there should be a night where we could all go and hunt homeless people, and I call him out on it, he's like, that's a joke. No, you're just pulling it's a prank, bro. No, it's not. You actually believe that. You're just a fucking overprivileged idiot. And hey, you fall asleep on stream like I don't know what are we at, 5 times this year? 43-year-old man.
Culture. Leftists control government, Hollywood, big tech, social media, the academy, corporate media, and mainstream media. You think,
bro, leftists don't control shit. Like the left is barely like holding on to the reins that are pulling the fucking shit ass center right Democrats over to our side. That's why I always say people like Dave, you know, the guy that Echovin is just like nut hanging on, you know, the pubes you hold on to. That guy is going farther and farther right. There's no the leftists are basically just like they're almost non-existent in government. They have no power. You have no power here. It's basically just like we're trying to like push the government away from the far right, and the more they feel that push, the harder they fight to do the most nonsensical bullshit. Also, thank you Ohioans for voting yes on issues 1 and 2. There you go. Speed running is buzzwords. Yes. Awesome. Dave makes good food. Nah. No, PT Ham. Do you want a timeout? Do you need to go to the corner? I can own guns, and there's a lot of folks who support, a lot of other folks who support Palestinians. Yeah, I own a gun. Imagine the dumbest, most radical piece of shit that you know. It doesn't matter what end of the political spectrum. Just imagine that person in your mind. Someone you really don't want to talk to. Like, you're just walking down the street, and you have to fucking talk to this dude. And you're just like, hey, yeah, fine, yeah, whatever. I gotta get going. I'm in a rush when you're really not. That person could probably own a gun. I don't want that. I don't want that. Do I want to own a gun? Absolutely. Do I want you to be able to own a gun? Sure. As long as you're not that motherfucker. JC, dude. Not that hard of a concept. Forced to accept that marriage is legal and binding.
Think their voice is big enough. Nope, not for government. Government wants to control counterculture as well, and fact check and state that even your damn...
The right is not counterculture. Conservatism is not counterculture. It's quite literally the opposite. Go back to my favorite genre of music is punk rock. I love some punk rock. I know. Look at me. I'm a fucking punk rocker. Yeah, right? No, I love me some fucking punk rock. But it's counter to what the culture was. That's why you have punk rockers. Because they were countering the conservative fucking shitty ideals that were trying to be forced down everybody's throat. Conservatism is not the counterculture. I'm sorry, bud. But it doesn't matter how far you stick your muzzle in the goddamn dirt or how flashy you make your videos. It doesn't matter. You ain't the counterculture. You're the culture that's being countered.
Jokes are false, and they will label all your facts as false, even though they're not. Here's a little fact for you. No one's going to read past the false information warning on all the memes and all the real facts on the right-wing side. They're not going to read past it. They're going to just assume it's false information when it's not. They will even tell us a shared image that is completely based in fact is still somehow wrong based on some left-wingers.
Can you give an example? Talking about like the anti-vax movement? Get your vaccines, folks. Masks work. The vaccines are fine. You'll be totally fine. Science is real. Dapperton's an idiot.
Opinion. So a fact is wrong based on a left-winger's opinion. For example, it is an absolute fact that all flu cases absolutely plummeted when COVID was introduced to the world. Meaning, it is almost certain that flu cases are being confused with COVID.
Okay. So, Flu season. 2020 to 2021 flu season. 2019 to 2020. Okay. All right, look. So, let's put in some nuance there, buddy. So, 20 to 2021. All right? What happened? People wearing masks. People not going outside. Lockdowns, things like that. What happened between 2019 and 2020? People just doing their thing, not wearing masks, going outside, going to concerts, going to festivals and things like that. It's almost like you don't understand disease transmission and you're trying to make a point and you failed within 10 seconds of your fucking graphic. I literally just dismantled that whole fucking thing by looking at it for a second. That's why I had to take a second to just look down and actually collect my thoughts, because I was about to lose my fucking mind. You don't understand disease transmission, dipshit. You are part of the problem. Facts. Tubian is a ghost? Oh no. Ghostian? Ghostubian? Gina Carano.
Look at the statistics. Do you see this? That's a dramatic decrease in flu cases. Pretty odd. Seriously, look at that.
It's not odd. I literally just spelled it out after fucking looking at this thing for a quarter of a goddamn second. Because I know what I'm talking about. You're just too dumb.
Number. Something is definitely fishy here. And
No,
the
it's
government controlled fact checkers on the social media state, even though flu cases have plummeted and that is completely based in fact, this image is still wrong. Somehow. Like, what the hell? It doesn't even make any sense. How are you going to openly claim a fact is false information? It's absolutely mental. Look.
The premise behind the fact is false information. The fact is that the case is dropped. The premise behind it is that they dropped because it's not real. That's the false information. Like, I don't know, drink more water or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on with your
Look at this.
brain.
It says COVID-19 masks don't even protect from COVID-19. And even the fact checker says, yeah, that's true. That's 100% legitimate. But
God damn it. How many times do I have to fucking go over this shit? How many times do I have to fucking say this? Hold on, I need some more. Okay. So, the masks won't protect you from COVID-19. Fact. 100% true. They will not protect you from contracting COVID-19. They will protect from transmitting COVID-19, because every time you breathe out, watch this. That's an exaggerated example of a breath. So, every time I breathe out and every time I speak, I'm actually breathing out like mucus particles and tiny little dots of saliva and diseases and everything into the air. However, if I were wearing a mask, it would catch those. It would catch the vast majority of that. The masks are not to prevent you from getting COVID-19. They're for you to prevent. They're there to prevent you from spreading COVID-19. If you are so against masks, if you think masks are such bullshit, the next time you go into a goddamn doctor's office for any kind of surgery, tell the doctors, tell the surgeons, I don't want you to wear a mask. I don't want anybody wearing a mask. They don't work. And if they say, if we're not going to wear masks, we're not going to operate on you, then I hope you suffer the consequences of your fucking actions. Because you are too dumb to understand how disease transmission works. It's not that fucking hard. It's really not that hard. Is it that hard? One's in the chat if you think it's that hard. It's that difficult. False. Mask box is legitimate, but people are misrepresenting it. Exactly, Dapperton. You fucking idiot. Oh, man. Yeah, Echovin. Honestly, dude, you're not worth anybody's time. If anybody's dealing with this guy in chat, have fun. Oh, 69. Nice. Have your fun with them. I'm not going to engage.
You're misinterpreting it. How is it legitimate, and how are you misinterpreting it all at the same time? That doesn't make any sense. What they mean to say, it's legitimate, we just don't like it. What's there to misinterpret? Either it's true or false. You can't say it's fact.
Just explained it, but hey, keep going. You're dumb.
I can say I'm going to label it as false information just because you don't like the facts. That's just feelings at that point. Fact checks aren't fact checks. It's some left-wingers' feelings. Like someone points out on social media that Biden called troops stupid bastards. That is actually factually 100%
Double 69. Double nice.
true. The fact check says this is false information somehow, even though it's absolutely true. He did say that. The fact check says it's only a joke. So how is that false information? It never claimed he was serious.
You know how many times I called my soldiers fucking idiots? Look here, you fucking idiots. For fuck's sake, just go over there. Or, like, talking to them in formation. Alright. I know all of you are dumb as shit, and you can't fucking follow a goddamn order. However, I'm proud of you. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's about delivery. There's two different fucking sides. If Joe Biden called the troops stupid bastards, hey, you fucking stupid bastards, go get them. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. I got my rifle in my hand. I'm full of piss and vinegar. I'll fucking do it. Meanwhile, Daddy Trump, your boy, is sitting there like, oh, I have bone spurs. Oh, Daddy's doctor told me I can't serve. Oh, and told what did he say about I almost said John McClane. Who is the center? It's not anyway. Mango's gonna remind me. John McCain. Yeah, John McCain. Well, I prefer soldiers that didn't get captured. That's not a joke. Motherfucker's a war hero. Was he a piece of shit? Sure. But the dude literally got captured in Vietnam. And he would not leave unless everybody else was released with him. That's leadership. The dude was a piece of shit. But at the same time, you gotta give him credit on being a fucking leader. Holy fuck. Oh. Echovin, you honestly wouldn't be anything without Dave. Like, seriously, you live in the basement of your mom's council housing, so... Hey, good luck screaming at her for some fish and chips.
It only claimed that he said it. And I find it funny that now something's a joke. When I make a joke, it's false information and gets fact-checked by multiple biased left-winger sources. All because they don't want my post to gain traction. When Biden disrespects the troops by joking that they're stupid bastards, he doesn't get fact-checked by stating that the troops aren't stupid bastards because he's special. In fact, pointing at the damn fact that Biden called troops stupid bastards.
Echo named himself after the chamber he lives in. Solid, Underhaven. 10 points to Underhaven. Also, if you guys want to see me do shots, I still have them here. Also, sardines. I'll eat some sardines. Just gonna donate $10 per shot and $100 for the sardines, because I've never had sardines. I'll eat the whole can for $100.
Bastards is considered false information somehow, even though, just like the other facts, they are 100% true. So you gotta ask yourself, how is this stuff false information if it's 100% true? These are 3 examples of things that are 100% true that are labeled as false information. And this is 3 examples.
It's because you're dumb and you misinterpreted it because you're dumb and you can't interpret things properly.
Out of thousands of examples that are all over the internet, these are biased sources. They are simply labeled false information because the government knows you're stupid and won't read past the false information label. As I said before, these fact checks literally show up on all the social media sites around the election and almost all on the same day. There was coordination there. There's no denying it. And if I had to...
Oh, so do what, like reasonable people do and just like think critically and think for yourself and don't rely on like social media, because when I see a headline, I read the headline, I'm like, oh shit, that's a thing, and then maybe I go into the article and I'm just like, hold on, let me look through this, let me actually put fingers to the keyboard and actually figure out what's going on. And then I find out, oh, they're kind of misinterpreting it, and there's a little bit there. There's not as much there as there should be. But hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my journalism background, where I actually have to look into facts and make sure that those facts are facts, and then send them up the pipeline.
I guess it's forced government regulation that are causing these biased fact checks. Labeling facts as false information is a form of censorship.
Echovin, and I saw your little comment. Derision is cruel-hearted. Are you like the biggest pussy ever? Like you get like your asshole puckers at like the smallest little things. I don't even know what Dynacat said, but damn, dude. Like grow a fucking pair. Jesus. And yeah, I can do a lot of things. Fun fact, I ain't Dave. I'm a grown-ass man.
And the government is destroying the First Amendment to not censor its citizen. Here's another one. Fact checkers say Kulkarni does in fact go to drug parties, but there's no evidence he does drugs. And here's the next sentence. The claim about his cocaine arrest is 100% true, though. What a joke. Also, I retweeted.
Do I even have to clarify this? One's in the chat other than Echovin. Do I even have to clarify this? Is this guy really that dumb? One's in the chat if I have to clarify it. Otherwise, I'm just going to move on. One from Tubian. We'll give it a -1. Damn it, Heon. Damn it, Hyan. Juan. Alright. You can be arrested for like possessing drugs, but not be like drug tested or anything like that. So let's say I'm driving along. I'm driving along. I got somebody in my passenger seat. They got an ounce of cocaine on them, and we get pulled over, and I get I get arrested for the drug charge. If they don't do any testing, there's no evidence of me having ever done these drugs. There's just evidence that the cocaine was present. So, does it say something towards my character? Oh yeah. Well, they were driving around someone that they must have been doing drugs, but that's up to the court of public opinion. However, in the court of law, there was no test to say that there's no evidence to say that I actually did the drugs. Whether I did those drugs or not, there's no evidence there if I was never tested. It just means that the drugs were there. Could we have been snorting coke all the way down the fucking road? Sure. But there was never any test done to either of us, or to myself rather, to say that I had done drugs. It's about evidence.
Tweeted a post by The Hill that absolutely compares Biden to Clark Kent and Superman. They're the same person, but they're comparing it to his alter ego and his...
Ooh, fun fact. If you ever read an opinion article and you take it seriously, you're a moron. It's an opinion article. It says The Hill opinion. It's an opinion article. It's an opinion. Someone's opinion. Who cares? You can read through it and be like, oh yeah, well, I kind of agree on this and that. Well, think about it. It's something to think about. No, other than that, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. Hey, Dapperton. Learn how to read a fucking article.
Superhero identity, asking the audience which one he is closer to. I laughed and laughed and laughed and tried to share it, and it stopped me, saying I haven't read the article yet. And it says that the title probably gives a false idea what the article's about, and that I should read the article first. I said, okay, I'll read the article first. And it says, no, Biden isn't like Clark Kent. He's like Superman. It's worse than I ever imagined. Not only was the title correct and give you the right idea, it's actually worse when you read into it. So not only is there fact checks saying true information is false, there's fact checks saying that false information is true. It's absolutely insane. Government has destroyed the First Amendment. The government is not only trying to destroy the Second Amendment, the government has successfully...
Shut up. Okay, it took you 6 minutes out of a 7-minute video to finally mention the fucking First Amendment. No, the government has not destroyed the First Amendment. I could literally go out to... I work in East Cleveland, okay? Trust me, I could go out there and start yelling the fucking N-word. Am I going to get my jaw rocked? Of course. But those are the consequences of my actions. Is that person going to be arrested and charged? Maybe. But that's why I don't do it. And the government is not coming after your guns. The government's not coming after your guns, dude. The government has so many more guns than you could fathom. We literally left billions of dollars worth of guns, weapons and ammunition in Afghanistan, and we're just like, right off. We'll fight them later. And you think your fucking dirt-clogged M4 with the, like, iron sights is gonna go after the goddamn government? They already saw you from thousands of miles away. And the moment you're like, oh shit, they have a drone, guess what? There's a bomb coming towards you. Fuck me running. I just love libertarians.
Destroy the
They're
First
so
Amendment
goddamn
by
dumb.
censoring the opposition, by stating that even things that they admit are facts, and labeling everything that we state, even our jokes, as false information, even though it's not. This is an attempt to control counterculture. This is an attempt to control you. They don't want differing opinions to surface on the internet.
Alright, shut up, Dapperton. Anyway, Dapperton, please come on here so I can eviscerate your ass. You're not very intelligent. It's very clear. So I would love for you to come on here and just have a conversation with me. I'm actually a very approachable person. You know, you have 30 minutes where we're just like, oh yeah, you know, this, that, and the other thing. We can talk about, like, I don't know, Fallout, Rick and Morty, you know. I don't think Fallout 4 is totally great. I'm excited for Fallout 5, but Fallout New Vegas I think is a little more hyped up than it should be, although it's like one of the greatest Fallout games ever. We can talk about that for fucking hours. But at the same time, man, you suck at things. Alright. We're gonna do a transition here. Let's do a transition. And if anybody knows how to like I've gotten rid of none of these. I still have StreamYard and YouTube, and then this one's actually Lord of Patriarchy, and then I have Amazon and Facebook. I don't give a shit. I don't know how to get rid of that. Let's see. Let's do, alright. I'm going to put it up to the chat. So, one's in the chat if you think Democrats are way too excited, and two's in the chat if you think cigars are chic. You know, I'm not gonna... I had to click 2 buttons. Oh my god. I had to do 2 things. And by if anybody knows, I was literally asking if Mango could do this for me. 3. Alright. Somebody send me some content since we're at the 3s. What a cop-out. Oh my god. I don't appreciate being called out like that. We got one. It wasn't at me. Aha. Sorry, I just take things personally. 2 guns. Bro, Echovin, cigars are a poser tier, by the way. Dude, you're a Dave sycophant, man. Oh, that's so sad. It's like you don't think anybody knows you. Alright. We got 30 seconds left. I'll go to the top of the minute. 1s or 2s. Otherwise, I'm taking Tubian. I don't see any Von tent. Ooh, that was weird. Do that, Mango. I just saw your message. All right.
Yeah, we got a good show for you today. Kind of damn.
Riveting. Absolutely riveting intro. Good land, dude. God. Good God. Fucking gets me every time. Done it like 5 times. Good. Well, you know, hey. Some people don't learn their lesson.
A damn good show.
Is this weird for me to say? Check my phone. Mango, can you send me some content? I really don't want to watch Dave. Test. Oh man. Honestly, me too, Heon. No more Davening. I was gonna like bring him up because, well, it's Dave. It's easy, but at the same time, if I can get some Vontent, otherwise I'll just go back to some Dapperton. I got a couple more that I really don't want to fucking watch. Here, we'll watch this until Mango.
Hey, you can move the camera around. Just so you know, the engine's out and the pilot jumped. So, we're gonna die.
You ever meet a SJW that thinks everything is purposely racist or racist if you participate in basic functions of society? Never. Like, I've been kind of called out for some dumb shit, but at the same time, like, also, I don't think that question was for me, but at the same time, like, what? I have never met this person in my life. I mean, if you're talking to Dickovan, then yes. I mean, they spend their entire day on Twitter.
Hot dogs by the bond, just in the nick of time. Yay!
Hell yeah, hot dogs by the
Oh yeah,
bond.
there you go.
Hot dogs by the Vaughn. Goddamn, gum them down, boy.
Yeah,
No
man.
ketchup? No mustard?
Ketchup and mayo.
Oh, ketchup and mayo. Okay.
Mayo.
No cheese?
Nah, I'm too hungry. I want to eat.
Oh, facts. Nats in the Pizza. Everybody subscribe to Nats in the Pizza if you like Von Tent. Nats in the Pizza is where where all of this comes from, because Nats in the Pizza is fan-fucking-tastic. And yeah, you can see everything that I'm doing. See, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Hot dogs by the barn, just in the nick of time. Yay!
Hot
There
dog,
we go.
another Von. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
No
man.
ketchup? No
How's
mustard?
that, folks?
Ketchup and mayo.
Oh, ketchup and mayo. Okay.
Mayo.
No cheese?
Nah, I'm
Let me
too
know if
hungry.
it's a little
I
low.
want to eat.
No, Vaughn, you got to think about this, okay? Just your character alone has
Mhm.
created these side channels to where like these guys are dedicated and have worked. They work very hard. Like I've got to know the story behind the alien that Vaughn took a shot at channel. Do you know that one?
Oh, you gotta let Von
That
tell the story
guy.
about that. That's actually a good story.
Yeah, what it
Yeah,
was,
please tell me.
there was a
Hold on.
that my dog.
Also, Alien that Vaughn took a shot at is a great channel. Everybody subscribe to that. But for real, listen to this.
I was
fucking thing.
busy doing graphics work, and my dog at the time was a yellow lab, and he was outside, and he started barking, and you know, the yellow lab is an intelligent dog. He don't bark at any old thing. He only barks at things that are serious. And so every time he barked, I took it seriously. And so he started barking profusely, or she, I think it was actually. She started barking profusely. And it's like, oh my God, what in the hell's going on out there? And so I go outside and I'm looking around. I don't see shit. It's dark. It's rain. It's drizzling rain. It's not raining hard. It's just drizzling rain, just enough to be nasty, cold, wet, and nasty. And it's shitty out, and I didn't see a damn thing. So I went back in. Went back to working at my graphics again. So I'm sitting there working at my graphics, and I started barking again. So I look again. Still didn't see anything. It's like, damn, what in the hell? And like I said, the lab was a smart dog. You know, she's not gonna bark at just any old thing. She's only gonna bark at legitimate threats. And so I'm like, man, that's really peculiar. And so she barks a third time, and then I would say, okay, that's it. So I get my long rifle. I got it behind my back, and I go to the door, and you know it's a
Okay, Vaughn. Vaughn, here's the thing. Hold on, I gotta stop the bluegrass music. Vaughn, here's the thing. There's a threat outside your door. You grabbed your long rifle. Right? Let's just say it's a hunting rifle, okay? We're not talking an AR. Why the fuck would you have it on your back? Why would you have it on your back? I would have that shit in my hand. Alright. So last night, actually early this morning, here's what happened. There was some commotion out on my porch. And my dog started, she was rustling around. She was just she was in protect mode. She was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm ready to go. And I was like, what the fuck? And I heard some commotion on the porch. So I grabbed my pistol, and I had my pistol in my hand, And we went outside, and just happened to be one of my fucking neighbors, just 10 sheets to the fucking wind. This dude almost got shot. Sasha ran up to him, like, you know, licked his face and everything. I didn't know who it was. Picked him up, took him home. His girlfriend was, like, about to start the car and go find him. I was like, hey, you know, this is yours, whatever. I still had my pistol in my fucking hand when I went outside. I didn't have it holstered. I only holstered it after I got the dude on my fucking shoulder. And I was like, alright, let's go. Because I recognized him and everything. I was like, let's get you the fuck home, dude. Because you are shit-faced. Long story short, he was looking for a different neighbor. He came to the wrong place and took a digger on my porch. And haven't talked to him or his girlfriend since. But hope he's okay. But, like, dude, if there's a threat outside, you're not gonna put your rifle on your back. You're gonna have that shit ready. Low ready. They taught you that in the... Oh, no, wait. They didn't teach you that in the Army because it got kicked out too soon. Anyway, everybody like bluegrass?
Drizzling rain, and in the drizzling rain, I can see the outline of a 3-foot tall entity. I can see the outline because of the drizzling rain. And I'm like, well, that's new. And so I decided, to confront this thing, this entity, whatever. And it decides that, no, we're not going to do that. And so it takes off booking up the mountainside. And so I aim my weapon and I take off a shot, but I don't know if I got it. It was moving so fast.
So wait, you took the weapon off of your back. And I'm guessing it wasn't shoulder slung. Because you would have said it would have been on your shoulder. You took the weapon off of your back. And then aimed instead of having it in your hand while your dog was doing the thing. And you didn't have it low ready so you could just pull it up. And aim. Poops in the chat if you think this is bullshit. Can you get some poops in the chat if you think this is bullshit?
Went from my backyard up the mountain in probably not even a minute.
Yeah, Han Solo.
Nothing moves that
Han
fast.
Shot first.
It just doesn't. Now the trolls said it was some little kid in a fucking Halloween costume, which I just find fucking hilarious, because I'm not aware of any small child that can afford a cloaking device. If the Japanese at the time had just perfected the damn thing, so it couldn't have been that. But even if you could have got one from the Japanese, it would have cost millions of dollars, and no little child is going to have millions of dollars to spend on a damn cloaking device. Okay.
Hold up. I didn't realize this part about the story. Motherfucking... They had a goddamn stealth boy? What? It was... This entity had a fucking stealth boy that they just cloak themselves in? Vaughn, I think you might be schizophrenic. I thought you were just really stupid. Was it swamp gas? I'm ruling out everything except everything beyond lying, because, I mean, honestly, we all know he's lying. I'm just trying to figure out. What? Cloaking device? Oh, this is a new addition to the story? It's part of the original.
So no, it was not a small child. But see, this is how they think. This.
Well, the problem is, even if it was a small child, you shot at him. You tried to shoot a small child. And what's disgusting is the fact that you tried to shoot a small child. What's pathetic is the fact that you couldn't even shoot a small child with a rifle. Having been in the army and, you know, been this master of arms and shit. None of this adds up. You're asking me how many bones does a boat have if it's colored red and the trees are 50 feet back? It doesn't make sense. I can't figure it the fuck out. What the fuck are you saying? Hey,
This is their hive mind. We gotta paint Bond as a criminal. We gotta make it that anything he does, no matter how noble, has got to be twisted into.
Seriously, I'll drop it down to $5 if somebody makes me drink one of these, because fuck me, do I need it after listening to this shit. No, if you give me $20, I'm not gonna drink all of these fucking things. $5 for one shot, because fuck ass. Jesus Christ. Give me one more Von tent. Honestly, I wish I had like a spear just so I could stab the tree in my yard out of frustration. Is that a thing? You already did?
To a pretzel and made to sound like a criminal act. And that's how they do. That's how they roll. But no, it was not a small child in a Halloween costume. And it wasn't even Halloween. So, I mean, no. But yeah, I took a shot at it. It was moving so fast, so I doubt I hit it. But yeah, it was. I was approached and confronted by a gray. I'm assuming, you know, one of the little 3-foot fuckers. I'm assuming that's what I mean. It was cloaked, so I don't really know. I could just barely make out the outline in the rain. But yeah, I never seen anything move that damn fast in my life. So
I'm surprised because you're the slowest moving motherfucker in the entire world. So everything probably moves faster than you, and you're like, oh shit, that snail is blazing a trail through my bathroom so I can clean up, because I can't do that. I like this song, My Sharona.
Canada, you're going to go to prison because that is financial espionage. Okay, you can't do that. Canada. And if you don't believe me, call a lawyer, bitch. Call a fucking lawyer and ask them. Canada. What we'll do, we can also do something really nice called.
What is financial espionage? I'm gonna let this keep
freedom
going,
of information. Canada. It is an automatic felony in all 50 states. And if the YouTube trolls did in fact contact Amazon and tell Amazon to ban your account because you bought me something, that's financial espionage. It's a felony in Canada. And I guarantee you my attorney would prosecute. I guarantee. Canada. That's bullshit. Okay, that is absolute fucking bullshit. Canada.
The flag go up, like my account was perfect, and all of a sudden, boing, a flag went up. I purchased something with the name Von Helden. Boing,
Yeah.
now it's locked.
Yeah, well, like I
that,
said,
I'm not a conspiracy theorist at heart. I'm not out here.
Canada.
Was our Amazon with the trolls? Did the
People
trolls
have a lot
email
more
Amazon?
power than you think.
Canada.
Someone, friends of Von, buy him something off of the wish list. Don't, lock their channel.
Canada. And if it was locked because some motherfucking piece of shit YouTube troll Canada told him to lock it, well, then that troll is going to go to federal prison because that is financial espionage.
No,
It is a felony in all 50
not.
states. It's probably a felony in other countries as well, just in case we're talking about Canada. Canada. Okay, so it doesn't matter who the fuck.
Mango,
called
what the
it.
fuck did you send me? 'Cause I'm rocking out. Canada.
You're going to go to prison. Canada. And if you don't believe me, call a lawyer, bitch. Call a fucking lawyer and ask him. Canada.
Does anybody know a lawyer they can call about this shit that has a retainer? Oh, man. Man alive. Man alive, don't stand aside. I would play some music, but it's music. Let me see. See if we have one more Dapperton, and then I'm going to get out of here because Underhaven's going to start in a couple hours.
In a small town, a peculiar event happens every night at
This should
10
take us about an hour.
PM. The entire town falls into a deep, unexplainable silence. No one speaks, no dogs bark, and even the wind seems to hold its very breath. Anna, a curious young woman, is determined to unravel the mystery behind the echoing silence. She conducts research, interviews residents, and explores the town's history, but to no avail. The townspeople seem content, almost serene, in this nightly ritual. As the days pass, Anna grows more obsessed, convinced that there must be a logic.
Tiny Cat. Great flavor is my favorite. As far as Tootsie Roll Pops. Now, I know this may be controversial. Banana flavor candy is the best. One's in the chat if you agree. Two's in the chat if you're wrong.
Explanation. One evening, at the stroke of 10 p.m., Anna ventures to the center of town, determined to break this silence. She says in the middle of the street, which rings throughout the entire town.
$5 for drink up?
What is the meaning of this?
I can do that because I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this video. Tell you what. Let me see. Because I gorged it in my hand. I got Dapperton Twitter. We can go through this. I don't use Twitter. I think Twitter is like... I don't know. I think Twitter is probably like the dumbest thing. Yeah, see... I'd have to sign up for Twitter, but... I just don't fucking care about Twitter. But, let's see. Do we have any... Well, why don't we do this?
What is the number one reason why states say that we can't?
Why don't we go to your... Oh, that's his latest video? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How the forest became firewood. What? Alright, we'll watch this.
let me tell you a very important thing.
Shut up, Dapperton. Fun fact. I really appreciate nature and the environment. Every time I go outside, I look up. I look at the stars. I look at the sunrise. I look at the clouds. And I love airplanes, and I especially love helicopters. And I find myself just looking up and seeing the beauty that is, and looking around, and when there's silence, and I can just take these things in, I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite fucking things. That's why I love conservation and all of, natural resources, protection. We have to actually protect these things for not just people like me, but for everybody. Because if you don't go outside and touch some fucking grass once in a while, you're gonna end up like, I don't know, Dave or Echovin or Negs or one of the cows. So, thank you, Hyun. Yeah. This one's for the environment. That's a spicy meatball. Damn, dude. It has been, apparently it's been way too long since I've had a fucking fireball shot. That was way spicier than I thought.
Once upon a time, there was a society.
I don't actually
A forest of trees.
Ugh.
The forest and every single tree within that forest was held accountable for
Thank
all
you,
of its
Hyun,
actions.
though.
But some feared that someday the trees would forcibly take over the other trees, even though none of them had any more rights or power than the other. They were on equal ground and safe from anyone having the ability to rule them.
Really? That's
but
your
this
name?
fear got the best of them.
JC.
And they hired a ruling class to keep them safe called the Axes. The axe was held high above the rest and was held accountable to nobody. The axe would take what it wanted, when it wanted, make the rules, chop any tree, and the forest would just
Wait, did I get
simply
another
call
one?
that order, and was just the price of living in a civilized forest. Because the axe convinced the forest, without the axe, the forest would be cut down by its fellow trees. But deep down, the forest knew its fellow trees were equal and didn't have the divine ruling power
Well,
of a power.
fuck me. I didn't realize I got two. It was like, that's your name? No, the other one. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Sorry, my phone notifications don't. Okay. Reply. Triple heart. There you go. Yeah, thank you guys. Give me a second, because that one is starting to hit me hard. What the fuck are we watching?
Powerful axe, and
Seth
if it
is
wasn't
good
for the
people.
axe, they would not only all be equal, but they would be finally free from the rule of a tyrannical ruling class known as the axe. To keep the forest completely blind to this obvious fact, the Axes devised a very clever plan. To stay in power, the Axes would often promise free stuff, which was then forcibly stolen from other trees with the threat of being chopped down, and then the Axes would then give the free stuff to those who vote for them. The incentive of free things viciously helped the Axes keep power by rewarding those who surrender power over to the Axes and let the Axes rule them. Most importantly,
What's
this
going on,
kept the
Tony
trees
Izzo?
hostile to anyone who opposes the Axes and their tyrannical grip on society. Because if anyone tried to overthrow the Axe,
You're right. This is just a repurposed fable. Like, you don't have a point, Dapperton. I was more engaged in being in nature than anything. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. We have AI, Dapperton. Let's go to... Okay. So, Hassan Piker pissed me off, or... Chaos. Summarizing Chaos. 1 for Hassan Piker, 2 for Chaos. Let me know. You got 1 minute. Honestly, that's spicy. That'll really help me out because I can put gas in my tank. Gas is going down, so I can actually, like, when I get up to Cleveland, the gas goes down way more, so I can get to and from work. 2. All right, 2s have it.
First off, a lot of people are probably wondering why I just make meme videos for the last 3 years. It's because
you suck at everything else.
Every time I try to make a video with substance that's like a commentary like I used to do, I get striked. I get striked fast, and I get striked hard, and I get
struck. The word is struck. Also, it's because YouTube is a publicly traded private platform. So if you see some dumb shit, for instance, if I went on a tangent about N-word this and F slur that and T slur this, I would be rightly struck. But I don't do that because I'm not a shitty person.
strike multiple times, and they're trying to take my channel down, and it just sucks. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing anything to risk my channel. In fact, I don't believe anything I used to say. Yeah, that's what it is. So this entire video, I'm going to bring up some stuff I brought up in previous videos. Videos that were striked for no reason and taken down forever. And this time, I'm going to tell you how it's wrong.
Somebody hit my Cash App again.
Yeah. You can't strike me then. If instead of going against the narrative, I go with it,
is awesome,
what can you do then? And don't worry, government has never committed democide, which is when the government slays its own people. It's never happened. It never killed 200 million people in the 20th century. Obviously, we need government, because without government, people would just kill each other. Government would never kill people. I mean,
Well, without government, we don't have... it's not going to say that we don't have order. It's just going to say that we have less order. So having a centralized government actually helps to provide a lot of order, and that you can, stamp order onto tons of different things, whether that be, civil order or building roads and bridges, infrastructure, or the military. We actually have to have a centralized body being able to function properly, which I'm talking about the U.S. government. Oh, man. Anyway, the U.S. government functions perfectly properly. Anyway, you have to have a certain amount of order, and just to have people being willy-nilly in smaller and smaller factions or tribes, it's not going to work out. It's not going to. Like, a lot of the people that you vote for, by the way, take that goddamn poppy off your fucking coat, because, hey, it's Veterans Day. I would appreciate it. Then again, this is several years old. it's not going to work out as well as a centralized government. And when you add in the asinine ideals of like libertarianism into like this tribalism of having, you know, this group and that group can do whatever the fuck they want. No, it's gonna work out even worse, because they're gonna have shitloads of warring factions. And what happens when there's an entire line hundreds of miles long where there are warring factions that agree with each other and kind of disagree with them, but kind of disagree with these people, but agree with those people. And it's just sort of like a jigsaw puzzle of trying to find out who owns this small amount of land, and nothing can go through. I don't know. It's similar to something that we saw in the what's that thing called? 19th century? And then anybody heard of Gaza? But hey, look. Let's let Dapperton talk, and don't put that shovel down, bro. Hole ain't deep enough.
200 million people, that's hardly a number at all. I am sure if we all worked cooperatively in a free market, we just kill each other left and right. It'd be even more than 200 million people just slaying each other. Because we all know McDonald's has the biggest kill list of all time. And if you think McDonald's is bad, you should hear about Home Depot's military and how many people it's killed. Obviously, people working voluntarily.
Fuck the Home Depot. Fucking hate the Home Depot. Sorry, I work landscaping.
Cooperatively is bad. But demanding people to work for you under the barrel and coercion of a gun, that's good. And that's what government is. That is good. Now that I'm off my soapbox, let's talk about some of these conspiracy theories I used to believe in that are no...
That's literally what you do. If you don't pay your taxes, the government can just come into your door with a gun. Think a corporation wouldn't do that? Would a corporation be like, oh yeah, man, hey, it's cool. I know you didn't pay that, $300 that you owed us, but you know what? It's fine. You can work it off in the Home Depot lumber yard. You're just gonna have to, when you get off of your job, just report to the Home Depot lumber yard and start slanging some wood. And hey man, we know you know how to slang some wood. Just throw it in there, and after about 6 months, you'll be totally fine. Like, what kind of life is that?
Way true, and no way are being censored. A little about me. In 2015 or so, or maybe it was 14, I made this little video that was about the New World Order. And it got 6 million, 7 million views, something like that. And then I made another one that had like 4 million views. And can you believe I was awarding people the Georgia Guidestones that were erected in 1980 that told you that they're going to try to depopulate the earth? Now, there's 10 commandments on these stones, and they're written in like several different languages. The first commandment is this, is them expecting the population to be reduced to 500 million people. That means they would have to kill 7.5 billion people.
I'm so glad I came across this video. It's not that the population needs to be reduced to 500 million people. It's that it should not exceed 500 million people regarding like an apocalypse. On top of that, the guy that erected the Georgia Guidestones was basically a fucking Nazi. And it's on private land. It's not like this was here. They were not just like, look at it. There's a concrete footer. They were not here when the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock and they were like, oh, we found the Georgia Guides. No. 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 Not at all. Jesus Christ. It was written in several different languages so that people could interpret it after an apocalypse. Because after the apocalypse, people aren't going to have written languages and be able to understand what the fuck anybody is able to say. And you can go back into that and say, hey, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. Oh, our nuclear sites, the sites where we keep, like, nuclear waste, have several different languages posted saying, keep out, get the fuck away from here, because it's radioactive and you will die. Just in case of the apocalypse. Good God, these stupid fucking stones are such a bane to anybody's existence that anybody that looks into them is such a fucking moron. I could shit in my hands and clap and have a smarter response than the goddamn Georgia Guidestones. Holy fucking shit. There's a goddamn concrete footer.
The only way they can pull that off is by forcing people to do something that will kill them without them knowing it. Huh. But it's not like I've been warning people since 2014 and 2015 that eventually they'll bring in a vaccine for...
Somebody hit on my Cash App because them two weren't spicy enough. Apparently. Now I'm getting pissed off.
Stupid reasons and force people to take it, and people would spontaneously die. But it's not like nothing in the last 3 years people were forced to do that spontaneously started killing people. Especially not athletes. Obviously, you know, all those people...
I do not endorse anyone or any entity thinking that vaccines cause death on a regular basis. This is absolute bullshit. I have to say that, not because YouTube will fucking kick this, but because it's just simple science. Oh, experts are unsure about what caused it. Oh, yeah. Oh, celebrities collapsed. What about the millions of people that survived thanks to the vaccines? Are we going to focus on that? Are we going to talk about that? Or are you just going to continue on with your fucking dumbass anti-vax bullshit? Anti-vaxxers are more detrimental to humanity than any needle that has ever been put into a human. Literally the worst kind of fucking person. We have nearly eradicated polio. There's only one tiny region in the entire world, a planet 8,000 miles in diameter, that we have completely eradicated. This would be the third disease we have completely eradicated. I think I think might be the second, but smallpox being the first and polio being the second. And we can do that, but this dipshit wants to go ahead and propagate the fact that, oh, it's your choice. Fuck you. It's your choice to let your children die. It's your choice to spread disease. Cool. Those are facts. You can fucking do that. But you know what? If you tell me you're a goddamn anti-vaxxer, I'm not going to have the finest words for you. Let alone the softest fucking hands. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this celebrity died. Oh, they were a power athlete just, going to their absolute limit of human exertion. Gee, it must have been that vaccine that killed them. I wonder why it's these celebrities that are dying that we focus on. Maybe because they make the fucking news. Fuck me running, dude. Jesus Christ. Anti-vax shit is so goddamn dumb. You're the bane of human existence. If vaccines were just like a cure-all and everybody that got a vaccine was just like, alright, we're fine, and all the anti-vaxxers just died off, I'd be perfectly fucking fine with that. Totally. 100%. All of them, they just died off, just like withered into a fucking dust corpse like in the movies. Totally fine. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Oh, well, you didn't want to get the vaccine. I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking idiot. Literally knew what was going to happen and didn't do it. I fucking hate anti-vaxxers like no other.
People dying in the coldest months of the year, that's normal. Like that happens all the time. It's obviously due to heat overheating, right? We all know what it's really due to. Climate change, right? Yeah, totally. All right, you already know the first commandment. What?
No. Humans cannot adapt as quickly as climate change. And just open a fucking anthropology book. Open a goddamn book. Humans cannot adapt as quickly as needed, depending on the climate. So, if I sweat more, which I do, I have had heat exhaustion 4 times. I get hot immediately. And I'll be out in the goddamn fucking rain and snow in a t-shirt, ready to put on other layers, but I have to keep moving in order to be able to put those other layers on. That's me. That's like other... Please, can somebody can somebody cash at me so I can take one more shot and just rid this dipshit from my brain? I'll play the Falcon video, because I'm about to lose my fucking mind.
What's the second? Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Ah, yes. Government deciding how you reproduce. That should be fun. Unite humanity is the third one, with the living new language. Oh, you're being forced to fucking use a different language than the one you like. Awesome, awesome. It doesn't sound like a dictatorship at all. 4. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things tempered reason. 5. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. 6. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in world court. 7. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. If we had true capitalism, that would already be a thing. But the government prevents that, right? I mean, you can't even have fucking windows that are too...
We have a capitalist government. We have a capitalist government. For fuck's sake. You can't have windows that are 2 panes. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you can. It just doesn't make sense to have them on the bottom level of a fucking, townhouse or a ranch house. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Holy shit. Thank you, Hyun. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Thank you, Hyun. I really hope that I have a fucking aneurysm and it's... If I have an aneurysm, it's as spicy as this fireball. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, oh my god. I did not realize how hard these hit me. I think I'm getting old. That one's gonna hit me hard. Oh my god. It's okay. We had to take Sasha out for walkies, so I can scream into the ether and look up. It's cool because if I look south? I don't know. If I look up, I can see Orion. It's awesome. Also, if you don't go outside and just look up, then you're missing a lot. Literally, just go look up. See the stars. Go to somewhere where there's not a lot of light pollution. Just see the stars. It's one of the greatest things you'll ever see. You can just sit there. Double fun fact. A meteor, when it comes into the atmosphere, in order for you to see it, it's only about the size of a grain of sand. When it goes, hyun, it's only about the size of a grain of sand. They're really small, but you can see them, and you can see satellites too. Oh, Yeah, don't look at the sun in front of the moon. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, when the sun eclipses the moon, just go inside. Yeah. Some people call it a harvest moon. Others call it an apocalypse. Sun's about 98 million miles away. Moon's about 250,000 miles away. Difference is, around about 98 million miles, but who's counting? It's okay. God, I hate this fucking... I really don't want to start this fucking video.
Too tinted in this country. Balance personal rights with social duties. So I guess that social duties is now like the law. Like, for example, like doing something that's not very socially accepted could get you in trouble.
No. What about like the draft? That's a social duty. South Korea has the same thing. You can test into being a police officer, or you can just join the military. And most people actually just join the military, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna go in the army and get my 2 years of service out of the fucking way so I can go live my life. The people that join into the police force are like, I really don't want to be in the military. But they're really fucking intelligent. Which is why it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, look, I understand I was going 3 times the speed limit. But this, 50,000 won doesn't have anything to say about it. And they're like, okay. Not saying that's a thing that happens. However, space, don't go to Korea if you're taking my advice. Like, dude, I love these people. Oh, I'm so for the draft. Oh, you want to be drafted? Get in my goddamn squad. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. I guarantee you. Like, my brothers that I work for are not military people. However, space, if we got into the military, we got into a conflict where it was just like, hey, everybody put on a uniform, we're going into it. I guarantee you, I would lose my ever-loving fucking mind on these guys. I would just be like, what the fuck are you doing? I would scream at my family simply because I understand far more than what they know. And that goes for just basically anybody. I will fucking lose my mind if we were in a trench. Imagine Hyun. Imagine you and I were in a trench. I'm not dragging your ass out of there. You better get behind that goddamn gun. Otherwise, when you sit down in the dirt, if I make it out of there, trust me, I am going to beat the ever-living fucking shit out of you. And by beat the shit out of you, I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, his jaw's dislocated. What teeth? He came in like that. It's whatever. Pull him out. And that goes for anybody. Man, that got dark. But anyway. Alright, so y'all didn't give me enough shots. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, take the doggo out, and then head on over to Anna Haven's stream. Thank you guys for being here. Jesus Christ. Don't give me any more shots for money on Anna Haven's stream at #Komodogold. Please don't do that, because I totally won't drink them, and then, you know, Windows error noise. Anyway, later, Tony. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Check out Underhaven here in, what, about 2 hours or so. I missed the last one, and I will see you guys there. And then I hope to see you guys at brunch tomorrow morning around 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And